Good morning. It is Free Patch Friday over at our Gear website store, and we've got a thing going on this week called Wolverine Week, and we have created a bunch of Wolverine patches, and these are going out to every order of $29 or more. And you can see we've got a bunch of them, and in this video we're going to dig into them. So first off, we want to say we're not asking for donations here, we're asking for your business. Over the years, we've been building product like these Firearms Inventors playing cards, which feature firearms inventors and their stories. We've got the AK identification deck based off of aircraft identification deck with the different AK silhouettes showing off all the different varieties of AK, well not all, but a bunch of the different varieties of AKs, their bayonets, ammunition, in scale, things like how to read an ammo can. And our decks include information about the people that helped us create the decks, both financially and creatively and informationally. We also have a deck called the Old West Guns, which has all kinds of guns from the Old West, as you can imagine. And again, information about the deck and how we had these made. So these are all made in the USA, produced either in Texas or Tennessee. These are some of the things we have for sale. Of course, we also have patches. We have some of the largest, well, the largest AK47 patch available, and it is 9 inches long. Barely fits in the envelope. I almost made it too long for the envelopes. We've got Chinese spam cans. We've got Hungarian spam cans, and lots more stuff over at the store. So with each order of $29 or more, buy a couple of things, buy them as gifts, then join us for the Daily Gun Show tonight at midnight and dig in. We're about to check out some of the patches that we've created. These are all pretty much one-offs and unique, and if you're a collector or if you're collecting the Wolverine specifically, you're going to get some opportunities here that will never exist again probably. So again, we encourage you to check out the largest AK-47 patches, Velcro all down the back. Everything comes with, well, pretty much all of them come with the loop Velcro as well. Let's spread out some of these. If I'm able to, if we sell more than 10 of the AKs today, if that happens, it's never ever happened before, then this giant Spetsnaz machete, 7 inches long, that's going to go out to one of the people who buys AK today, if we sell 10 of these. I've never done that before. That's never happened. But that would mean a couple of bucks for bills, and I'd be happy to. I'd have to re-sew the Velcro on. I did a horrible job of getting that Velcro on there. Additionally, we got this giant crazy one-off attempt at a patch that I'm not real satisfied with, but we have the last one of these, a big giant one, and again, that'll go to maybe if we get over 15 of these, then this will go out to somebody, and that's a crazy number, but we're trying to raise some funds here today. Alright, so it is Free Patch Friday. You're going to be able to grab a patch from our free patch panel, and today that's going to include some one-offs. Now, first off, it'll include that 2A rally flag. Remember, the 2A rally is happening again this year in October. I should have probably figured that out. I don't know if these are still, I don't think these are available in the store anymore. So this is one of our internet press passes. So we wanted to do a press pass, and I wanted to dink around and make it new media, right? So we sort of glitched out the S there intentionally, and we did two different designs. This is the smaller of the two, and it's basically the size of one of the Wolverines. So we're throwing it in there. Be the new media, value your content, what you're offering to the conversation is worthy. The joke, a bunch of people got these who had purchased stuff from the Gear website store in the last couple of weeks. This is a Joe Biden ripoff. He had an ad show up on one of my videos, and I just went live and we pulled apart the J in a editing software, I think in Microsoft Paint, pulled apart the J, moved over the E, turned the J copied it a couple of times and pasted it 4 times, turned that piece there of the J into a K, and then shoved the E back over, and turned however much he spent on that advertising into a joke. Made a bunch of patches and sent those out. I think this is the last one. So that'll be out on the table, well, on the patch panel today. Got a blue Gun Websites patch there. We've got a Pure Websites patch. We'll leave all that on the table. Got one of the coronavirus patches. Let's dig in. So now we've got one of the third Wolverines. Actually, we've got a couple of the third Wolverines on the table and a second Wolverine. So these are the PVC runs that we did with some of the patch batches in previous years. This one is long gone. I don't know why I'm putting it out here. This one, there's very few left of these. So there's going to be 2 in the panel. If somebody wants one of these, there's going to be 2 opportunities. And let's see, if we get into Wolverines here today, we've got, even though a couple of them only have singles, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different Wolverine designs. Hopefully that's enough to satisfy even the most discriminating palette out there. We're going to start with the AK Pro bunnies. So AK Pro is something that was started, I don't know, a bunch of people were butthurt about Glocktober, and we created AK Pro, right? We're allowed to create holidays, and we did. So there was a couple of these, and one of them already got snagged. The one with the orange AK got snagged, I think by Barbecue. But there's a couple of these going out, and they are different sizes. I try to keep the AK Pro stuff as individual as possible. We'll just shift everything down here, and I think I should probably mix this stuff up. It'll look better in pictures, right? So next up is the original Wolverine design, and these are sewn on the original pattern. I'm probably going to go in and clean this up whenever I get a chance one of these days. But these are all from the original pattern, the original file, I should say. And still dink around with them a little bit, different color backgrounds, different color threads, and dink with the sizes. Now this one is on an old piece of tie-dye t-shirt that you can tell it comes out all weird, but it's kind of appropriate for it to be all warped, right? Otherwise, this is just a bunch of those, some of the first Wolverines we ever put out there. And I'll just disperse these out into the table. So anybody who's looking to acquire some of the old school or add to an old school collection. I posted a video earlier in the week of what this crossover is all about, and no answers as of yet. I'm about to post it on Instagram, and I think of at least a couple of people on Instagram who might get this, and I'm hoping right away, but we'll find out. There's only one of these left. There was 2. One of them got snagged. We'll put that out. I go to the pinks next. So for our friend Pink up in Ohio, we played around with the pinks a little bit. Now Pink is getting this one, right? So that's the one I think really came out the best. He's getting that one. You guys can pick, if you want, one of the tests. Now these things come out perfect right off the bat. I was testing the wrong color here, don't like it. And this one was a real bear. We did this one live. So we're putting these out if you're interested in one of those. We did a couple of these. One of them at least has already been snagged from the mix, and we got 2 more here. So self-explanatory. We'll be putting those out. Next up, I don't think anybody's seen these before, and I think it's self-explanatory. This will look a lot better when I do a way bigger one. But in this little tiny, I think it came out pretty decent. There's 2 of those. We'll stick those on the table. This is actually supposed to be this. So when we were coming up with this one, this was one of the preliminary prototypes, I guess. And I have no idea what it said on the file thing, so I couldn't tell what it was. I started sewing it out, and then I figured out I'm sewing the wrong colors for this guy. So it's some weird Wolverine Venom, maybe? I don't know what it is. So it's just some weird one-off weird thing that isn't anything really. Let's get into the Saturday Night Fever. So Saturday Night Fever guy is basically doing the same move, so it's just kind of obvious. I don't know anybody hasn't done this yet. So I went nuts trying to figure out which is the best color, and you'll notice there's some of these are in gray, and this is a different material altogether. Heads up, it'll fray. It's going to fray. The edges are different. It's a different material, so it's going to fray a little bit. It'll only fray up to the hem, but it'll have that like denim jean type of thing, and that's kind of appropriate for the Saturday Night Fever guy, right? So that's the gray and some of these tan backgrounds. I'm running out of my normal materials. It's another reason I'm trying to raise some funds. I want to be able to get back to using the materials I'm familiar with. So this is, I'm not sure. I think I like this one with the black AK, and pretty much the sewing is not bad. It's just a matter of which background. Although, man, this one is pretty nice too. So this one's a bit bigger. I was playing around trying to get the weird tuxedo thing to come out. So there's a bunch of these. And then this last one, are you telling me that all I did is take a sticker and sew 2 pieces of scrap Velcro to it? Yeah, I totally did that. So it's kind of a sticker, but it's kind of a patch. So there you go. It's going on the table anyway. Counts as a patch. There's no rules. Next up is gun nut. So in a Never Enough Ammo chat years ago at this point, we came up with the gun nut, and this is an old style sew out, a bad old file really, so I don't really sew it very often. I'm probably not going to sew it anymore. I think I broke at least 1 needle. I know I broke about 4 needles, and it's hard to get needles right now. They're not just at the store like they used to be. So this was actually a pretty expensive little adventure here. But this design breaks needles. It's before I knew what I was doing. So some original gun nuts. That's going to not be very many of them being made ever again. I am going to redo this design, though. I had planned on doing it during the week, but I just didn't have time. So we'll put these out, try to put them out randomly again. And I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure this is a world record. There's never been this many and this much variety of Wolverine patches ever, and you're witnessing them right here. Next up, Cheryl Todd. Again, you're never going to witness another 2A activist that's as effective as Cheryl Todd, right? So to say thanks for helping us out with the project, we made Cheryl Todd a Wolverine out of her... I don't have her other patch around here, but out of her patch. And then kind of along those lines, Tony Simon's pretty awesome. So I was looking for another design to make, and we made the Tony Simon. Made a couple of them actually. Same with Cheryl's. I sent one to Cheryl already. She got it as a surprise, so now I don't mind blowing the surprise. Tony is a dude, so I didn't care so much. I just texted him earlier which one he wanted. He told me which one he wanted. I told him I'm keeping one because it's cool. And then this is the one that y'all are getting if you want it. So it's going to go out here. It'll go here next to Cheryl. And then last and least is the sellout, right? The thing that's Disney making money off you over just like an Ewok. But whatever. The show is pretty good. Anyway, I had this idea a while back, and I think it came out pretty dang good. So this is another one of these large ones. I don't know, I did some of them larger just to see. Like I said, I wanted them all to be kind of unique for sure. And then testing out some different backgrounds and stuff, and I really think the gold AK looks cooler on some of these, but the black does stand out a little better. So it's going to be up to whoever grabs them, which design they think is better. I personally think this is the way to go, but these have their... Actually, some of the babies are better in some of these. All right, so any order, $29 or more. It was all week, but nobody's ordered anything all week. So all this stuff is still up for grabs. Hopefully, we'll raise some funds today and still be kicking. And tonight on the Daily Gun Show, midnight Eastern, we will be letting you choose. Now here's the deal. If we start getting a bunch of sales, then maybe I'll go live with a telethon, and maybe we'll let people first come, first serve. I'd rather, I could do that. So if we start getting a bunch of sales, and there's a place in there, you can leave notes. You can say which one you're interested in, and if that's the case, and we start getting more than a couple of sales before too long, then we'll go live and we'll do a telethon. We'll see. I was planning on sewing a little bit more today, but that might be unrealistic. It does take quite a while to make one of these things. So maybe we will play it by ear. All right, well, after all this is said and done, we want to thank everyone for keeping us online and growing over the years. And with all the chaos and craziness that's going on out there, we intend to continue to be one of those who act instead of waiting it out or playing business as usual. We've got a lot of stuff going on, and this is definitely not the time to be sitting it out. So we appreciate the people that purchase stuff from our store. Allows us to stay in the fight. Today's the end of Wolverine week, and every purchase of $29 or more at our Gear website store, you'll be picking one of the Wolverines or anything from this table. Thanks again for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think, and as always, thanks for watching.